Over the weekend of Saturday the 18th of April 2026, I attended the Carmarthenshire Model Railway Exhibition, held at the Princess Gwenllian Centre in Kidwelly. This popular event is organised by the West Wales Railway Modelers and has moved to a larger venue this year, following the severe flooding that affected their previous home at Brunoa last year. The show featured a fantastic range of layouts in different scales and gauges, plus static displays and demonstrators on hand to share their expertise. With a great selection of layouts and trade stands and a welcoming atmosphere, it was a brilliant showcase of the hobby. Being my local show here in West Wales, it really makes me happy to see such a great event right on my doorstep. In this video, we're going to take a look at the layouts that were on display. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos coming out regularly. Moorside is an O-gauge GWR branch line terminus by Andy Jones. The layout features a classic Great Western setup, including a goods shed, a signal box, and an engine shed. It captures the atmosphere of a typical branch line station, showcasing the scale and detail that O-gauge modelling offers.
It's been off the circuit for about 6 years. Standard.
What's that?
So one being put on for him now. It's been off the circuit for about 6 years. All the parts and that it needed. Couldn't go back up his house and he'd do the work that he'd done. Got it back up to exhibition standard. So, it gets sort of like the go-to track.
Aberware is an impressive TT120 scale layout built by GLR Bespoke Services, serving as a brilliant showcase for what can be done and what can be achieved in this growing scale. Beyond the modelling itself, the layout highlights the cutting-edge potential of modern automation. Using advanced DCC technology controlled from a laptop, the entire scene runs itself. It was truly fascinating to watch this level of digital integration in action, with trains operating seamlessly and automatically, proving just how far railway modelling technology has come in recent years.
Yeah, rather than just dead flat.
No, actually, and then the top.
Oh, yeah.
Get on.
I think I need about 9 Yeah.
Ryder's Green Wharf and 009 gauge 4mm scale layout by Peter Cullen. This layout represents a distribution point for engineering works in Birmingham and includes a branch of the Birmingham Canal. The silty, muddy appearance of the canal is particularly well done. The layout also features some nice cameo scenes and a very well engineered turntable.
And we've actually got
Is that 32mm and 45mm?
the Garden Railway is, yes. But we've got the little magnets underneath you see on these grids.
Oh, for the couplings.
Yeah, so if you watch that loop now in a minute.
So many people just not running stuff.
Yeah, I mean it can happen. I mean it depends on. Well, I mean we've got a layout in our club which belongs to one of the boys, and it runs on a sequence.
Yeah.
And it's a, to be honest, it's a very specialist layout because it was built by a bloke called Frank Dyer, who was. We got that one off there, so we can run that round a bit. Yeah, and then I'll take those wagons and put them up in that front siding.
There was also an impressive display of F-scale locomotives by Martin Hull, featuring several lovely large-scale models. Several of them included steam generators, adding a great level of realism to the presentation. The locomotives running during this display were by LGB, showcasing the impressive size and presence that this scale offers. Afon Adit is a narrow gauge layout by Martin Rich, representing a gold mine tucked away somewhere in mid-Wales, built in NG7 scale to represent a minimum gauge railway. It is loosely based on the Gwynfynydd gold mine near Dolgellau, with a name that cleverly combines the Welsh word for river with the term for a horizontal mine entrance. The scene imagines a modern mining company that has moved in to rework the old seams, using small diesel locomotives and mine tubs to move ore to the settling tanks. Despite its compact size, the layout is packed with detail, featuring corrugated iron sheds and beautifully illuminated underground galleries, complete with a working hoist that brings the subterranean world of Welsh gold mining to life.
See around the side with the front.
No, is it? Let's have a look and go around the side.
Penrhyn Brun is a 009 narrow gauge layout by John Alderslade, taking its inspiration from the famous level crossing at Penrhyn Brun on the Festiniog Railway. What truly makes this layout stand out is the impressive array of interactive features that bring the scene to life, including a working level crossing and a moving crane. There is also a moving steamroller and a miniature figure who pedals his bicycle across the layout, adding a wonderful sense of movement and charm to this North Wales inspired setting.
Remember the shape of it? It goes back, comes back in sideways.
Yeah.
So it's officially 3 meters.
Bigger.
That's the
Crockers Ash is a 00 gauge layout by the Haverfordwest Model Railway Club, depicting a fictitious village tucked away in southwest England. The scene features a charming branch line terminus that sees joint services from both the Great Western Railway and the Southern Railway. This dual company operation allows for a wonderful variety of rolling stock and locomotives, perfectly capturing the atmosphere of a busy terminus junction where two iconic railway giants meet.
Oh, the flying Scotsman beat Yo. Oh no.
good old
Why is he?
Albion Chemical Co is a 00 gauge layout by Ron Wetherill of the Haverfordwest Model Railway Club. It depicts a compact chemical works nestled in the Swansea Valley during the 1960s, capturing a specific niche of industrial history. The layout is notably worked by fireless locomotives, which were commonly used in such volatile environments to prevent explosions, offering a fascinating look at these unique prototypes operating within a detailed industrial Welsh setting.
Well, we used to live just down the road from the refineries. So
Has she replied to him yet?
I mean, I don't know.
No. What I mean is, if now he hears my phone. I don't know.
Okay.
Abbey Shed is a tiny 009 narrow gauge layout built by Ian Arkley, a member of the West Wales Railway Modelers. Originally created for the Pico Rail 200 competition where it reached the finals, this freelance industrial scene is based somewhere in Wales. Its place that was achieved in the finals is clearly evident here in the level of skill and modelling that has gone into this project. If you enjoy railway modelling across all scales, I highly recommend checking out Ian's excellent YouTube channel, Elvenley Railway. He shares fantastic content there, including videos of his stunning 7¼ inch garden railway, the Ivy Railway. It's well worth a visit.
to the nth degree. So if I do it in my own imagination, I can cut corners, but I can make them.
Brunoa is a fictitious 009 narrow gauge layout by Michael Lear, depicting a modern-day heritage line operating as a tourist attraction. Last year at the West Wales Model Railway Exhibition, I caught this layout when it was titled Chilly Hill. It has now been renamed to the Welsh equivalent. It was nice to see the progress that Michael has made with the layout since last seeing it. The scene depicts the atmosphere of a preserved railway, showcasing how the narrow gauge lines thrive in the modern era with a scenic Welsh character and detailed stock. Ram Hill is a 00 gauge industrial layout by Keith Fitzgerald, designed as a functional setting to showcase some of the impressive tank engine locomotives that have released over the last few years. The scene features a busy engine shed that serves a nearby industrial area, alongside a detailed coal distribution yard. It provides a perfect backdrop for observing these smaller industrial workhorses in action, capturing the gritty atmosphere of a functional railway hub. Krabi's Goodwin Sands Holiday Resort is a fictional N-gauge layout by Brian Wilcox, depicting a bustling holiday camp on the East Coast. Originally built as a competition entry on a compact 3-foot by 2-foot board, the layout is a wonderful pastiche of a seaside getaway, packed with as many holiday attractions as possible. It features DCC sound and a variety of animated cameo scenes that have been added since its initial 6-month build. From the nostalgic atmosphere to the various moving parts and sound effects, it is a fun and highly detailed tribute to the classic British summer holiday. Bishop's Quay is a 00 gauge layout built by Bridgend Model Railway Club. This atmospheric model is set during the 1930s to 1940s in an area where coal was transported downriver in small barges for onward coastal shipping. The railway itself was built up in the hope of driving the town's growth, but as a large warehouse and brewery suggests, the town fully developed as intended. Now the line primarily handles the movement of brewing and farming supplies, with both LMS and GWR rolling stock, which includes ready-to-run and kit-build wagons. The buildings are particularly impressive, being mainly scratch-built using various detailed methods and materials. Kreswell Station is an N-gauge layout by Simon Haslam, inspired by the Yorkshire mining village of Fitzwilliam. The scene serves as a hazy recollection of the village where the builder's grandparents lived, and where he spent many years of his childhood. The layout is filled with personal touches and Easter eggs from the past. If you look closely, you'll spot red and white older Mini Coopers that served as the older brother's first car, along with a model of his own beloved Triumph Spitfire, adding a wonderful layer of personal history to this detailed mining village setting. Beyond the fantastic layouts that were on display, the Carmarthenshire Model Railway Exhibition also featured some lovely demonstrators and displays, showcasing various aspects of railway and other modelling. As in previous years, there was also a small but quality selection of trade stands. Among them was David Gwynn, a buyer and seller of multi-gauge model railway items with a large stock available. We also had GLR Bespoke Services in attendance, who specialise in the latest DCC technology and automation, as well as modelling services. It was a great opportunity to see skilled modellers at work and pick up some useful items. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed this look at the Carmarthenshire Model Railway Exhibition 2026. If you want to stay up to date on future railway exhibitions, or any of my other railway related videos, then please do subscribe to the channel, with new uploads coming out regularly. And if you have any questions about any of the layouts, demonstrators or traders featured in this video, please feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Hwyl fawr.